Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Nu știu încă de unde am venit, ce caut aici. Plecam cu coada între picioare, acum mă scap de afiș. N-aveam răbdare să ascult deloc, acum taci și răspund după ce înțeleg ce-ai zis. Se simte timpul cum trece sau noi cum trece prin timp. Trăiesc momentul de față ca să-mi creez amintiri. Țin de familie, de prieteni, de cine-i loial. Restul voia sorții, scuze, mă cheamă propriul destin. Totuși te simt, o singură șansă avem cu sorii. Sipim focul deschis, e mult mai greu când ai un scop de atins. Te uiți pe lângă tine, vezi cine a supraviețuit. Câți din ei se luptă să trăiască cum ar trebui. O inimă mare, doi plămâni ca să respir. O inimă mare mă inspiră zi de zi. Fă din șansa ta un vis, fă din șansa ta un vis împlinit. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. De ale, de ale, de ale, ce ale, 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 nu știu ce să aleg, dar ce ale, 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 ale. Nu te teme de moarte că nu-ți mai trăiești viața. Pune zâmbetul pe față dimineața. Du-te, ia legume fresh, fă-ți viața. Pune doar ce trebuie în trupul ăla ca un rasa. Niște mișcare ca să ungă carcasa. Binecuvântare nu e lumea prea razna. Alegerile noastre ne fac să simțim asta. Atât de multe drumuri, oh yeah. De alei, de alei, de alei, de alei. Dar ce alei, 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 alei.
Știi, avem o singură viață și nu
știu ce să aleg.
merită să ne stresăm în fiecare zi pentru toate mizeriile.
Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. One life, one life. One life, one life, one life. One life, one life, one life, one life. Learn it, love it, live it. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Nu știu încă de unde am venit, ce caut aici. Plecam cu coada între picioare, acum mă scap de afiș. N-aveam răbdare să ascult deloc, acum taci și răspund după ce înțeleg ce-ai zis. Se simte timpul cum trece sau noi cum trece prin timp. Trăiesc momentul de față ca să-mi creez amintiri. Țin de familie, de prieteni, de cine-i loial. Restul voia sorții, scuze, mă cheamă propriul destin. Totuși te simt, o singură șansă avem cu sorii. Sipim focul deschis, e mult mai greu când ai un scop de atins. Te uiți pe lângă tine, vezi cine a supraviețuit. Câți din ei se luptă să trăiască cum ar trebui. O inimă mare, doi plămâni ca să respir. O inimă mare mă inspiră zi de zi. Fă din șansa ta un vis, fă din șansa ta un vis împlinit. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. De alei, de alei, de alei. Dar ce ale, 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 ale. poate că nu-ți mai trăiești viața. Pune zâmbetul pe față dimineața. Du-te, ia legume fresh, fă-ți viața. Pune doar ce trebuie în trupul ăla ca un rasa. Niște mișcare ca să ungă carcasa. Binecuvântare nu e lumea prea rasa. Alegerile noastre ne fac să simțim asta. Atât de multe drumuri, oh yeah. De alei, de alei, de alei, de alei. Dar ce alei, 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 alei.
Hi, and welcome everyone to another deadline stream on this channel just ahead of Game Week 11. Firstly, good morning everyone. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Now, hopefully everything is working okay because as you can see, I don't have my usual setup. So hopefully, yeah, you can hear me okay. Hi, welcome everyone. And you can see me okay. Thanks a lot for joining. Hi, boss Ahil. Hi, Poel Tush. Thank you so much, guys, for joining the stream. How are you? Firstly, good morning everyone. What a beautiful day it is for FPL today. Yeah, so hopefully I think that you can hear me okay. Yeah, today I'm not at my usual home. Let's just say it like that. But yeah, hopefully no internet problems. Good morning, very well. For Saturday in about 2 years I'm not working. That's nice, right? Good, how are you? Yeah, I'm really good. A different location today for the stream, but yeah, a lot of talk before Game Week 11, I think. Spoiler alert, I didn't sell Gyökeres yet and he dropped in price last night, so at the moment I think that I'm going to roll. I have just one free transfer, so yeah, a lot of decisions for me to make this week, either if I'm going to captain Erling Haaland or not. Probably I'm not going to make any more transfers, because if I was to make some transfers, I would have just sold Gyökeres last night, but yeah, since I didn't, probably I'm just going to carry Gyökeres until after the international break and just sell him when I have 2 free transfers. Hi Bryce, South Africa, thanks a lot for joining the stream. From South Africa, wow, amazing. Thanks a lot for joining. Good morning to you. As a Virgil van Dijk owner, how did he drop? Yeah, I mean, that's good news. My plan, I mean, not exactly my plan, but from Game Week 12 onwards, I want to buy some Liverpool players, and Virgil van Dijk is one of them. So yeah, really happy he dropped in price. At least that's good news, right? Yeah, thanks to the casuals, I should say, they sold Virgil van Dijk. I guess it makes sense to sell him ahead of Manchester City away. But yeah, if I had Virgil van Dijk, there would be no way of me selling him. So yeah, thanks a lot for everyone who sold Van Dijk. Now we can buy him in Game Week 12 at a cut price. Not complaining, yeah, not complaining at all. Let's see how Game Week 11 is going to be, and then yeah, maybe Virgil van Dijk is one player I'm willing to buy from next Game Week. So yeah, I'm just going to move to show you my team at the moment, how it's looking like. Now again, don't ignore that I still have Gyökeres here. Let's just swap him. So probably, yeah, Gyökeres is going to be here. Another week where I have a lot of injury updates. Alderete, sadly for me, he's going to miss also this gaming, so I'm not sure. Again, really unlucky for him, obviously, because he had a concussion and he missed the last game week because of the protocols, and now he aggravated that injury, so hopefully he's okay. Anyway, I wasn't going to play him against Arsenal at home, but yeah, at the moment this is how my team probably is going to look like if I'm going to roll the transfer. Yeah, I still had the opportunity to sell Gyökeres to, I don't know, another striker like João Pedro, Voltemad, Thiago maybe, but the ideal solution for me would be to just go down to someone like Mark Guyu and save up that cash and upgrade in midfield. So that's what I want to do, and probably I'm going to do that next game week when I'm going to have 2 free transfers. Hi Chandri, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Good morning. My team is Rad, Bravka, Senesi, Gabriel, Vardiol, Richards, Mukiele. I guess that's Bruno Fernandes, right? Or Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo, Reinders, Paqueta, Semenyo, Haaland, Mateta, João Pedro. 2 free transfers. My plan is to roll though. Thoughts? So you're going to play Raya, Gabriel, Richards, Senesi, I guess. 3 defenders, Bruno Fernandes, Caicedo, Paqueta, Semenyo, Haaland, Mateta, João Pedro. Yeah, your team looks great for this gaming, to be honest with you. You just don't have that third Arsenal spot, which is not a necessity or something like that. You're not forced to have 3 players from Arsenal. But yeah, another player I would like to buy this game week obviously would be Bukayo Saka, but I just couldn't do that just with a -4, so I picked to not buy Bukayo Saka for a hit. And yeah, I need to decide about the captaincy, but yeah, if I had Bukayo Saka, I would be really tempted to captain him instead of Erling Haaland for this game week, but yeah, I'm just not sure right now. So 2 free transfers. I think that I would roll, honestly, Chandri, with your team, because from game week 12, a lot of things could happen. So at the moment, we don't have a lot of options to go from Liverpool, but let's see how game week 11 is going to end. What it takes is just one injury to someone like Ekitike or to someone like Isak for one of them to become really a good option in FPL. So I would advise you to save that free transfer and see what you're going to do in game week 12. I see game week 11 as a week where, I don't know, you don't really need to make a lot of transfers. Now, if you want to buy someone like João Pedro, if you want to buy someone like Enzo Fernandez, they are good buys. Again, with Ismail Assar, probably you're just not going to buy him right now with all the rumors about his injury. So yeah, and also the Liverpool players, you're not going to buy them now ahead of Manchester City away. So yeah, I would roll, I think. Chandri, thinking of doing Salah to Soboslai, Sar to Bruno, and Caicedo to Saka in game week 15-16. Yeah, I mean, there's a long way to go until game week 15-16. We're going to get also 5 free transfers in game week 16, but yeah, those are good moves. Obviously, yeah, when Salah is going to go to African Cup of Nations, you need to sell him. The same goes for Sar, and yeah, Caicedo to Saka, yeah, looks great from game week 15. Is Saka a good captain choice? Hi, Akintayo. I think that yes. Now, again, maybe I'm a little bit biased because, as you may know, guys, I'm a Liverpool fan, and I just don't want to captain Erling Haaland, but I understand that it is a huge risk to go against him. His form at the moment is just unbelievable, and if Manchester City are going to score some goals against Liverpool, obviously I think that Erling Haaland is going to be involved. Now, the thing is, a lot of people are seeing Liverpool as this bad defense, bad team at the moment, and I just don't think that it is the case. I don't see Manchester City, I don't know, trashing Liverpool 3-0, 4-0 at home. So yeah, again, I still think that Haaland probably is the best captaincy option from this for this game week, right? Because he's playing at home, he's playing for Manchester City. The feature is not great, so if you want to go to captain another player, I think that this is a good week to do it. But another problem is we don't really have a lot of good alternatives. If you look at my team, I'm not going to captain Bruno Fernandes, I'm not going to captain Semenyo, Njae, Minte, I'm not going to captain these players, so my only choices at the moment are Mateta or Gabriel, but I don't really like to captain a defender, so yeah, I'm not sure about captaining Gabriel. But yeah, the idea would be, I don't really want to watch that game Manchester City Liverpool obviously I'm not going to hope for Haaland to score or anything else. I'm a Liverpool fan, but yeah, I don't know, it doesn't feel great to captain Haaland against your team. So yeah, you asked about Bukayo Saka. I think that if I had him, probably he's the second best captaincy choice for this game. Now, again, he has some doubts attached to him in terms of maybe someone of Madueke, maybe he's back. We don't know exactly for sure which players are back for Arsenal from the press conference yesterday. So his minutes could be reduced, but also now that Gyökeres is out, he's going to be on penalties 100%. So yeah, Bukayo Saka, I think that he's the second best captaincy option, and then probably is Mateta against Brighton at home. Yeah, Mateus Fernandez maybe. Hello Dennis, hi HAHA. Thanks a lot for joining the stream, really appreciate it guys. Thanks a lot for joining so early. Good morning, Luca De Gabriel, also dope. Thanks a lot for joining. 14 people already. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining the stream. Gyökeres out for Thiago or Mark Guiu. Again, that's the same debate I'm having myself. Now, probably that's going to be for me to see what I'm going to do in Game Week 12. It really depends. If you want to still play with 3 strikers, I would be tempted to just downgrade Gyökeres to Guiu. That's probably what I'm going to do next Game Week. Because I see more value in defense and midfield at the moment. But yeah, the best strikers at the moment are Haaland and Mateta from my point of view. So you need to have them first. With Guiu, I would have more funds for Liverpool defenders in Game Week 12. Yeah, that's the same for me, Luca De Gabriel. Also, which midfielder should I get to replace Stach, Sar, Rice or Szoboszlai? So Sar, Rice or Szoboszlai. Now again, if you're talking about Game Week 11, you're not going to buy Szoboszlai in Game Week 11. If you want to wait till Game Week 12, then probably I would go for Szoboszlai. With Ismaila Sarr, again, he had some injury problems. Now I still think that he's going to start this Game Week, but I think that would put me off a little bit about buying Ismaila Sarr for this Game Week. So I would go for Rice probably. If you don't have 3 players from Arsenal at the moment, I would go for Rice against Sunderland in Game Week 11. If you're talking about Game Week 12, maybe I would go for Szoboszlai. So yeah, about Gyökeres to Thiago or Mark Guiu, it really depends what formation do you want to play. If you want to upgrade your defense, if you want to upgrade your midfield, I would advise you to just go for Guiu and get that money to spend elsewhere. But again, at some point maybe in the season another striker is going to emerge and we will want to play with 3 strikers again. But yeah, at the moment I'm not sure. Why isn't anyone talking about Gabriel captaincy? I'm thinking about Gabriel. I think that if I'm going to captain any other player than Haaland, is going to be Mateta or Gabriel. Mostly I think because he's a defender. And I just or people maybe, or myself also included, I just don't think that Gabriel is going to get an attacking return every game week like he did in the last 5 or 6. His scores were unbelievable in the last 5 or 6. But definitely, if you're not that kind of FPL player who, I don't know, is going to get angry when Arsenal are going to concede, because let's be honest, Arsenal are going to concede at some point, right? A goal or something like that. So yeah, it is a little bit more risky, but I don't mind it. If you're brave enough, yeah, I don't see a lot of problems with captaining Gabriel. I think that the chance is obviously, if a team is going to keep a clean sheet this game, it probably that's going to be Arsenal, right? So yeah, I don't mind Gabriel. I just, honestly, from my case, I just didn't captain a defender before in FPL. Now, a lot of things changed with the defensive contributions, but that's not necessary regarding to Gabriel, because I don't think that he's going to get defensive contributions every game week. But with Gabriel, you're expecting for him to get an attacking return and to get 3 bonus points. So if that's going to happen, then there you go, you have a great captaincy option in Gabriel. But if they're going to concede, yeah, that's going to feel really bad. So you need to be prepared if you're going to captain a defender. My captaincy is on Mateta at the moment. Big chance monster, great home form, leaky Brighton team, fancy higher goal share if Sarri is out. Yeah, agree with that. As you can see, my vice captain at the moment is on Mateta. I'm still thinking about captaining other player than Haaland. I don't know. If this fixture against Brighton was Burnley or West Ham or Wolverhampton or something like that, I would just be captaining Mateta. But I just don't think that it's going to be that easy for Crystal Palace to score a lot of goals against Brighton. They played in Europe, so maybe they are a little bit more tired. But yeah, I don't want to put you off. Mateta missed a penalty also in Europe, so but still, I think that he's going to be on penalties anyway. So yeah, I think that he's yeah. After Bukayo Saka, probably he's the best alternative to Erling Haaland, and I'm still thinking about him. But yeah, I'm not sure which way I'm going to end up. But yeah, I would like to go against Haaland. Alderete, hold or sell, Van Hecke as replacement. Again, hi Marcus, thanks a lot for joining the stream. If Alderete is just going to be on your bench, as you can see from my screen, I'm just going to keep Alderete. There's no point in selling him at the moment. If he's going to be out long term, then yeah, I'm going to think about selling him. But I think that he's going to be available for next game week. And also, from in my case, I don't really need Alderete to play in the next few game weeks. So yeah, he's just my fifth defender on the bench. And yeah, but if you want to buy someone like Van Hecke, I think that he's a good replacement. Someone like Keane from Everton is a good replacement. Richards from Crystal Palace, Anderson from Fulham, all these players are good replacements. But yeah, it really depends. Also, if you have the money to go for Virgil van Dijk in Game Week 12, that would be also better, I think. Hi Dexter, thanks a lot for joining. Let me just activate the countdown. Almost forgot about it. So we are 2 hours till the deadline. It allows me to get money from bench if I bench boost this week and next week. Do wildcard as I can, then get funds from the bench. Oh, so you're going to wildcard in Game Week 12, right, Dexter? Joao Pedro Mateta, your team looks great, honestly. Can you suggest a fifth mid for 5 millions, 0.1 in the bank? Also, you think bench boost this game week, then wildcard next game week? I guess, yeah, you could just use your bench boost, honestly. You have a Brugand, Bravka, Guehi, 2 players from Arsenal, Senesi, Konsa, Saka, Semenyo, and JSR, Haaland, Joao Pedro, Mateta. Yeah, your team looks great. I think that I would just use the bench boost. And who's your fifth midfielder? So for 5 millions, midfielder who's going to play for 5 millions, probably long stuff, because I think that you can't afford the Granit Xhaka. Anyway, he's playing against Arsenal, so let me just see. But there aren't a lot of good midfielders at that price, honestly. There's obviously King, but yeah, you just don't know if he's going to play. Dewsbury Hall is playing against Fulham. Long stuff could be an option. So I would go for someone like Dewsbury Hall, long stuff maybe. Whiffler, lovely. Yeah, Whiffler also, but he's playing against Crystal Palace. So, but yeah, he's good for defensive contributions. I'm just not sure, is he playing every game week? Yeah, probably. So yeah, as a 1 week punt, you could go for someone like Whiffler, someone like Gardner, someone like Dewsbury Hall, long stuff could be good alternatives also. Enzo Lefebvre could be one, but yeah, probably you're not going to buy him right against Arsenal. Yeah, I would be tempted also with Dewsbury Hall, honestly. But you have also Andre, so maybe you don't want to double up on Everton. Yeah. Whiffler could be okay if he's going to start. He's decent for defensive contributions. 4.9. I'm really tempted by Chaka, just vibes feel like he will get Defcon or will something will do. Yeah, I think that Chaka is going to get, I mean, he's most likely to get defensive contributions against Arsenal, but yeah, if you can afford him, okay, so you can afford Chaka, okay. Yeah, it's just Arsenal is not, I don't know, fixture where you're going to be hopeful for a lot of attacking returns from Granit Xhaka, but yeah, he's on set pieces. Who knows? Maybe he could be also on penalties. Yeah, for just one game week, I think that I would go a little bit different if you want, and yeah, just take a punt. But as I said, Xhaka, Dewsbury Hall, Whiffler, pretty much these are the options, and anyway, you're not going to expect big scores from any of those, so yeah. Also, Captain João Pedro. And that's a really tough question. Now, yeah, the fixture is amazing for João Pedro. I'm not sure if I would captain him, honestly. If he had penalties, probably I would do it. But since we're not sure and since we probably think that Enzo Fernandez is going to be on penalties, yeah, I'm not sure if I would do it, honestly. Hi UK Zizou, when are you planning to use your bench boost? I used my bench boost in Game Week 5, Zizou, so yeah, I got it out of the way. I have just my free available and my triple captain, so yeah, with these chips, I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to use them. If everything is going to go as planned, probably I'm just going to use my triple captain in Game Week 16 or 17 when Erling Haaland is going to play against West Ham at home. And my freight maybe in Game Week 13, maybe in Game Week 15. I need to see how many players I would change if I would be using my freight in Game Week 13. And that's also the game week when Arsenal are going to play against Chelsea. So yeah, maybe I'm going to bet against Arsenal keeping a clean sheet against Chelsea, and that could go totally wrong. But yeah. Okay, I might captain Haaland. Man City projected most goals of any team this week. Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure why that's the case. I just don't see Liverpool as such a bad team, but yeah, defensively. But yeah, Erling Haaland is just unstoppable at the moment, so I would not be surprised at all if he's going to score against Liverpool. For me, probably it's just the bias of being a Liverpool fan, and I am not wanting to watch that game with Erling Haaland as my captain. But yeah, if we move, let's move a little bit and see also what we can see on Twitter. Also, the 2000 game for Pep Guardiola, I think, against Liverpool. So, yeah, I just don't think that matters. If you're having problems picking your captaincy option, but yeah, Erling Haaland at home is a different beast, and we saw Liverpool were leaking chances in the beginning of the season, so again, he could score. Virgil van Dijk, I think that he's fine, but Konate was making some mistakes this season, and he was better, honestly. Liverpool were better in the last 2 games they played against Aston Villa, against Liverpool, but yeah, if City are going to score, probably Erling Haaland is going to score, so that's the only problem. Yeah, I wanted to see, but we're going to move to see some predictions from Rob T on Twitter if you wanna follow him. Yeah, okay, you can't see them. So Manchester City, as you can see here, are predicted to score 2 goals, let's say, against Liverpool. Chelsea are predicted to score the most goals this week, and that's mostly because of the fixture. So Saka interesting though, with clean sheet points, extra for a goal, and has higher goal share without Gyökeres Martinelli. Yeah, he's going to be also on penalties. I just don't see Arsenal scoring loads of goals against Sunderland, considering Sunderland were really decent this season, and there's always that possibility of Saka being took off after 60, after 70 minutes if Arsenal are going to win the game, so yeah. Hi Prajol Parajuli, hey mate, should I go for Gabriel captain? It totally depends to you, mate. I think that he's a decent option. Again, if you want to captain a defender in FPL, probably Gabriel is the best one to do it. You just can't be sad if Arsenal are going to concede a goal, because it could happen. It could happen, so... but yeah, if we look at this projected FPL points from Solio, this is Erling Haaland, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel on the 3rd place for the most predicted points this gaming. So I definitely don't think that Gabriel is a bad captaincy option, but I just don't think that I have the guts to do it, to captain a defender. Although, yeah, I can't advise you to captain Gabriel, but I think that it is a fine choice if you wanna go with it. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Hi XTI 2020, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Hi Amigo, thanks a lot for joining. Good morning. So yeah, about Gabriel captaincy, if you think that he's going to keep a clean sheet and he has some attacking threat, then yeah, just use your captaincy on him. But basically, if you think that Haaland is going to... Again, if you think that Gabriel is going to score more points than Haaland, then yeah, easily you should just captain Gabriel. But you need to see. Hi Steve, morning Dennis, morning Steve, thanks a lot for joining. Great gaming last week. Yeah, 92 points for me. Lex Gaming, that was the best gaming for me this season. So yeah. I have similar team to you, only difference is I have Enzo and Richards. What do we do with Gyökeres? I have just one free transfer, Steve, so probably I'm going to roll the transfer and see what I'm going to do next gaming. But I'm going to sell Gyökeres probably to Mark Guyu, but in gaming 12 probably, because I don't want to just sell Gyökeres to Guyu right now and be done with it. A lot of things could happen in the international break and in gaming 11, so yeah, if you have more than one free transfer, probably I would have just sold Gyökeres last night to Guyu and upgrade your midfield. I have to decide between Senesi and Anderson, 50-50, but any thoughts? Senesi or Anderson, so Aston Villa away or Everton away? I think that I would go Anderson. Now, it's not an easy choice, and if you can play both of them, that's also okay, I think. But I would rather go play Everton away than Aston Villa away, although it's not such a big difference. I don't know. Also, Bournemouth, you could argue, are a better defense at the moment than Fulham, but also Fulham, I rate them as a defense. Yeah, I think that I would play Anderson, but if you really need to pick one of them, probably I would pick Anderson, but it's not such a big difference. Both of them are great for defensive contributions, so both of them could get them. It's pretty much a 50-50, as you said. Seeing Liverpool results against Real, I'm little hesitant for Haaland captaincy. Yeah, Liverpool were better in the last two game weeks against Aston Villa, against Real Madrid. I have the same opinion. I don't think that Haaland is going to score loads of goals against Liverpool, and mostly what I think is going to happen, maybe he's going to score one goal, and then probably you have something like a 9-pointer or something like that. I don't see a hole for Haaland, I think, against Liverpool, but that's just my opinion, so probably I'm wrong. Yeah, who knows? The only problem is we don't have a lot of good captaincy options. Are you going to captain Bruno Fernandes against Spurs away? Probably not. Are you going to captain Gabriel? Again, if you want to captain Gabriel, yeah, good luck to you. I hope that is going to work out. But I just don't think that I can captain Gabriel instead of Haaland. I don't know. If I had Bukayo Saka, I would be really tempted to captain him instead of Haaland. Then you have Enzo, you have Pedro, Mateta. You have some options, but not really good options. Would you play Burn or Reindeers? Hi Football World, thanks a lot for joining the stream. So I am playing Rodon instead of Reindeers. So again, if you think that Liverpool Manchester City is going to be a high scoring game, then you could play Reindeers, because I think that he's going to start the game. Now again, you don't know ever about Manchester City midfielders, if they're going to start or not. I think that I would play Burn, honestly, but yeah. Hi Ibrahim, thanks a lot guys for joining the stream. Good morning to you. Hey Dennis, how are you? Yeah, really fine. Different location today for the stream, but other than that, I'm doing really well. Thanks a lot for your question. I have Saka, Pedro, Haaland, Enzo, but still going to captain Gabriel. Well, yeah, good luck to you, though. Hopefully that's going to work. I'm thinking also myself about captaining other player, but I'm just not sure yet if I want to take that risk. But again, if there's a game week, you could take some risks about the captaincy. Probably is when when Haaland is going to play against Arsenal, against Liverpool, against Chelsea in these game weeks. If this was Liverpool away, 100% I would not be captaining Haaland. I'm going to make a poll to see who are you captaining. So Haaland, let's say, Saka, let's put also Gabriel and Mateta. I have just 4 options to put in this poll. Yeah, let's see who are everyone in the chat captaining. Thanks, no problem, Football World. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. What to do with Gyökeres? I have just 1 free transfer, so I'm just going to keep him for now. I mean, if you didn't sold him last night, you might as well just keep him. If you have more free transfers than me, then I would just sell him to Marguyo, honestly, and upgrade in midfield or in defense. That's what I would do personally. But yeah, it depends. Projected goals for this game week: Haaland against Liverpool 0.82, João Pedro on the 2nd place, Mateta on the 3rd place, and Saka also. Yeah, so these are the alternatives, guys, if you wanna, I don't know, captain other players than Haaland. Yeah, I was looking just for Gabriel, but obviously he's not here on the projected goals. Yeah, he's not here. I'm considering doing Gyökeres and Stach to Rice and Guyu. I have 2 free transfers and it will leave me with 3 millions in the bank. Happy with the rest of my midfield. I have enough for Mbeumo too. Mbeumo is a really nice option, but Rice is also good. Again, Steve, if I had 2 free transfers, probably I would sell Gyökeres, honestly. Probably I would have sold him last night, because unlucky for you, he dropped in price last night, so now he's 8.9. But still, yeah, I think that I would sell him. If you don't want to go for Bukayo Saka and you want to go for Rice, I think that's perfectly fine. You're going to save also some cash to upgrade maybe next game mix if you want to buy some Liverpool players. So yeah, Gyökeres is a sell, guys. If you have the free transfers to do it, just sell him. I have just one, and I can't really do a lot of things with one free transfer, so that's why I'm rolling. So yeah, I'm going to take that drop, sadly. So yeah, is Voltemad still a good pick to have? Yeah, again, I would not be in a rush to sell him. Football World, maybe at some point, but I don't think that this game week 11 is the game to pick him. Last game week, in the last 2 game weeks, everybody was talking about Voltemart, how amazing of a pick he is. Surely now he's not suddenly a really bad pick. With Gordon out, there is some chance Anthony Gordon is going to be out. He's going to be on penalties probably, so I would keep him for game week 11 definitely. Then if you're looking to sell, you could do that, but this is not the game to sell him, I think. Gyökeres to Guyu, Reinders to Saka. Yeah, that's what I would do if I had more free transfers. So yeah, that looks like a great move. Now again, if you think that Saka is worth the money, if you don't wanna, if that's not going to block you on buying other targets for you in the future, then yeah, Reinders to Saka, Gyökeres to Guyu seems like a really good move to me. And I could also do that move for -4, but I don't know. I don't want to do it for -4, honestly. So hi FPL MFZ, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Captain Enzo or João Pedro? I think that I would captain Enzo rather than João Pedro, mostly because of the penalties, I think. So yeah, Enzo for me, but not a big difference between them. What's up, Dennis? How are you? Hi, Lecky. Thanks a lot for the question. I'm doing fine. Streaming in a different location today, so hopefully everything is working fine. You can hear me okay. But yeah, other than that, really fine. Now, I just wished I had more free transfers to play with this gaming. But yeah, sadly, I took that drop for Gyökeres. I'm going to roll probably the transfer this gaming. So yeah, I was tempted about selling Gyökeres last night to Guyu and upgrade Reinders to Bukayo Saka for a hit and captain Saka, but yeah, I didn't do it. Probably I'm not going to do it anymore. So yeah, I don't think it's worth a -4. Yeah, the same for me. I mean, it would be worth it if I was really sure about captaining Saka, then it would be worth it. But Saka hasn't got a double-digit haul, I don't know, for a year or something like that in FPL, so that doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence going forward. So yeah, probably got the better. I haven't got enough for Saka. Plan will be get Saka slightly later when I have enough funds. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I think that the Rice is a good option. Now, again, I don't think that he's going to keep up with these levels of attacking returns, but he's a good pick. For that price, I think that he's just great. He's on set pieces. Arsenal are amazing in the set pieces. So, yeah, you can't go really wrong with Rice, I think. Hi, Radu Gavriluca. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here. Good morning also. The quality is perfectly fine, mate. You on holidays? No. I have a wedding later today, so we needed to move the town for this wedding. And yeah, but the wedding is in my birthplace, so yeah. This is my parents' home. Let's just say it like that. So yeah, I'm still at home. Could sell Njaya to get Saka, but I like him. No, I would not sell Njaya this game week. After this game week, we could make a case about selling Njaya, but yeah, against Fulham at home, I don't think that it is worth to do. I captained Saka last week with Haaland. Because of this, I went from 600k to 1.1 million. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think that it was such a bad decision to captain Saka last game week. Honestly, football world, a lot of people were. Yeah, I guess I captained Haaland against Bournemouth. Didn't expect him to get 2 goals or something like that. But yeah, with Haaland, it's such a big possibility for him to score every game now and then. He's just in a good form at the moment. I don't think that, for what's worth, I don't think that it was such a bad decision to captain Bukayo Saka against Burnley, right? You were just a little bit unlucky. I think that he missed also some chances in that game. So yeah, you were unlucky last game week. But yeah, if you want to play it safe, definitely captaining Haaland at the moment is just the sensible thing to do. So yeah, hope you had a good time then at the wedding. Thanks a lot, Lecky or Lecci. So yeah, again, I think that Liverpool are also a little bit better than Bournemouth for what's worth, but is it worth going against Haaland? Yeah, I'm not sure. If you're going to feel much better captaining Haaland, then yeah, just captain Haaland and that's it. What do you think of Szoboszlai? Some great fixtures coming up. He's definitely going to be on my radar from Game Week 12 onwards. The thing I like about Szoboszlai now, despite me being a Liverpool fan and him performing amazingly, he was the best player for Liverpool from my point of view by far this season, is that he's playing 90 minutes every game week. He could play as a right back, but after the last few game weeks, I think that he played such a good part in midfield. I just don't think that you could play Szoboszlai as a defender, and that's good for FPL, I think. Yeah. I still think that at some point maybe he's going to be rested, let's say in a easier fixture or something like that, but the problem with Liverpool is we don't have a lot of good options in attack, so that's why someone like Szoboszlai is looking like a really good option at that price, 6.6 millions or whatever price he is. You could go for Gakpo, but there's always going to be that chance of him being dropped. You could go, again, someone flash, Gyökeres to Ekitike. I would go for Ekitike, but Alexander Isak is back in training, and at the moment you just can't go for Alexander Isak, you can't go for Ekitike. You could go for Mohamed Salah, but he's really expensive and it's not that easy to have him also alongside Haaland. So what that leaves us with Gakpo, Szoboszlai, Virgil van Dijk, pretty much these are the options from Liverpool. Maybe Konate if you want to save up some cash. Other than that, I would not go for Gravenberch, I would not go for McAllister, I would not go for Wirtz at the moment, although he could be also an option at some point, because he's really cheap at the moment. So yeah, I like Szoboszlai from Game Week 12 onwards. I'm going to think about buying him, or maybe Game Week 13 when I'm going to have the free transfers. Could you please look at my team? Yeah, for sure. Just a second, Radu. Hi Dennis, how are you? Thanks a lot, Emery, for joining the stream. Yeah, I'm really good. Thanks a lot for the question. Hopefully you're doing fine as well. He has been so good, hasn't he? He's a workhouse, constantly running. Yeah, he's reminding me a little bit of Steven Gerrard at the moment, without the loads of goals. But yeah, he's just everywhere. So Szoboszlai, I really like to watch him, and yeah, I didn't expect him to be the best player for Liverpool. I knew he was good. I knew he was going to be good, but yeah, he's great at the moment. Hi Omar, Ashur. Would you start Anderson, Richards, or Senesi? I would start Richards, I think. If you need to start just one, probably I would start Richards, but I would try to find a way to start more of them. I have Njay and Welbeck. I'm leaning towards Senesi. Oh, so you have Welbeck, okay. Then yeah, if you want to avoid playing Richards and Anderson against Njay and Welbeck, then probably, yeah, just go for Senesi. If I need to pick just one, who I think is maybe the best one, although all three of them are really close regarding potential points, I would go for Richards probably. But if you want to avoid those confrontations, yeah, just go Senesi. Hi, how are you? Do I bench Krupi Jr. for Semenyo? Please look. Yeah, hi Ray, thanks a lot for joining the stream. You don't need to spam the chat. I'm answering all the questions, so yeah, really happy to do so. I'm really good. Thanks a lot for the question. Do I bench Krupi for Semenyo? Definitely. I would play Semenyo, definitely. And I would bench Krupi probably. Evan Nilsson is going to play at some point. He's going to be on the bench. The Krupi Junior's minutes are not great anyway. And with Evan Nilsson back, yeah, I would just pick Semenyo. No questions there. I have Sar Mateta. It is okay to have both of them. Yeah, if you have them, just play them. Hopefully Sar is going to play for you. I think that I would predict that Sar is going to play, but if you have them at the moment, yeah, just keep them. I know it was really unlucky for Sar to blank last game. He's scoring loads of goals in Europe in the Carabao Cup, and he's just not doing it in the Premier League at the moment, but yeah, I would just keep them. Emery, can you please see my team? Yeah, we're going to start with Radu, okay guys? I want to bench boost, but I need to sell Gordon and I don't know who to buy. Just a second, guys. I'm going to answer all the questions, so don't worry about that. But just a second, let's check some teams here. And we're going to start with Radu. I want to bench boost, but I need to sell Gordon and I don't know who to buy. Yeah, Gordon, although anyhow, I'm not sure if he ruled him out for this gaming. Probably is going to be out, right? So you don't know who to buy. Yeah, your team is looking great for a bench boost. You have 0.4 million in the bank. Let's just take a look at the midfielders, right? If you want to spend all of your budget, looking at this, you have Semenyo and JSR. You have also Eze, really nice, so you can't go Rice. You probably, I would go Enzo, honestly. Yeah, I don't think that I would go Gakpo. Soboslai, definitely not. Minte is a nice option, but yeah, I would rather have Enzo, honestly, in this gaming. Enzo Fernandez, and then, yeah, honestly, I would go Enzo. I think you don't have the money to go for Mbeumo, to go for Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, I would just go Enzo here. And then your bench boost would look something like Dubravka, Welbeck, Senesi, Gudmundsson. Probably Welbeck would be starting, or maybe not. Yeah, what an amazing bench boost it's looking like for you, Radu Gavriluca here. Yeah, I think that I would go Enzo. You don't really have a lot of other options, so... Muhammad Atif, we're going to look also at your team. Sorry, I haven't been listening to you as much this season, as I haven't listened to much FPL content this season. Not because of you, your content is amazing. Last year I listened to you hips. Have you wildcarded? I use my wildcard in Gaming 6, yeah. Lecce, are you going to make any changes this week? I didn't get the Palace defender last gaming and have 3 free transfers. I'm not going to make any moves, but if you have the possibility to go for a Palace defender, yeah, I would go for it. And I would go for Munoz if you can afford him. Ooh. Thanks, mate. Just hit the sub button. Thank you so much, Omar Ashur. Thanks a lot for subscribing to this channel. Really appreciate it. And since we're here, if you guys enjoyed this stream, leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. It would really help this channel and I really appreciate it. Hi Frosty also, would you start Senesi or Casemiro? That's a tough question. That's a really tough question, I guess, because Casemiro is also good for defensive contributions. I think that, honestly, I think that I would start Casemiro. I didn't expect to get a question about someone having Casemiro in their teams, so didn't thought too much about it. Honestly, I think that I would start Casemiro now. With Casemiro, if you don't think that he's going to get a red card or something like that, then yeah, probably he's a good option. We know that he can score a goal, right? Also against Spurs in a tight game, he could just hit a long shot or something like that. So yeah, probably I would start Casemiro for the vibes. I think Frosty. Should I bench boost with this? I'm considering Enzo, Szoboszlai, Gibbs White and Caicedo. Yeah, I would just not buy Szoboszlai this gaming. I think Radu. Caicedo is not a player, I don't know, I really rate, let's say it like that. The thing is, I just don't think that he's going to keep that rate of scoring, so yeah, I would not go for Caicedo, I think. And Gibbs White, yeah, no, the players I really like from those are Enzo and Szoboszlai, but more Szoboszlai from next gaming. I think that for the next few, Enzo is fine. Besides that fixture against Arsenal in gaming 13, his own penalties also on some set pieces, so I would just go Enzo, I think. Planning to bench in gaming 12. Enzo or Caicedo. I have one free transfer to replace Reinders. I would go Enzo. Emery, definitely. Yeah, it's hard. I'm struggling too. I think that I would start Casemiro for the vibes, honestly. Frosty. Because he's good for defensive contributions. But yeah, I guess he's not that attacking. But also I can see, I'm not really expecting Senesi to keep a clean sheet, honestly. So I would go Casemiro, I think. Yeah, I would go for the vibes. Again, this is just my opinion. So yeah, thanks a lot, Lucky, for being here. Flash, are you going to start Reinders? Don't you think he won't start? I'm not going to start Reinders. So this team is from Muhammad Atif. Should I bench boost with this team? Are you going to make any transfers or you made already? I mean, you have Reinders against Liverpool, Konate against Manchester City. Yeah, I think that I would use the bench boost, honestly. Now, it really depends when you're going to have a better bench boost, right? Because, yeah, Konate Reinders not great. Double Burnley against West Ham, again, not amazing, but yeah, you're going to... Yeah, I would use the bench boost, and I'm going to tell you why. Because this is the best fixture you're going to have for Dubravka and Esteve. Muhammad Atif. You have one free transfer, but yeah, probably... Yeah, you don't have the money to upgrade Reinders, right? So I'm going to use the bench boost if I was you, because this is the best fixture you're going to have for Burnley, for Dubravka and Esteve, and since you have two Burnley defenders, yeah, I would just use it this gaming. Konate probably is going to get some defensive contributions against Man City. Reinders, I think that he's going to start, but yeah, not amazing, but I would just use it. Hi Mumen, Bugesa, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Start 2, Minte, Guehi, Thiago, Senesi. Let me just move here. Minte, Guehi, Thiago, Senesi, one defender is required. I will start Guehi instead of Senesi, and I will start Minte against Crystal Palace or Thiago against Newcastle. I think that I would start Thiago, honestly, because of the penalties, Mumen. Hi FPL new boy, thanks a lot for joining. Probably start Virgil or Trafford. I think that I would start Virgil van Dijk, honestly, because both of these teams, Bournemouth, Liverpool, I'm not sure if they have big chances of keeping a clean sheet, so I would just start Virgil van Dijk because he's better for defensive contributions. We know that he is also decent in the air. One more question, should I start Esteve or not? I mean, it really depends for which player are you going to start Esteve, Frosty. If you have better options to start, then yeah, just bench Esteve. If not, yeah, if there's a week to start Esteve or Steve, this is one of them, although I'm not really expecting Burnley to keep a clean sheet against West Ham, but yeah, probably not. So many questions, I can't really keep up with all of them. Ray, sorry I didn't saw your questions. Who is better, Igor Thiago or Krupi Jr.? And can you look at my team? Yeah, sure. I mean, who is better is definitely Igor Thiago, because I don't think that Krupi Jr. is going to get a lot of minutes going forward. So yeah, at least Thiago is going to play. Can't log into the app. What? Yeah, I can. For me, the app is working XTI. So, Dennis, what if, hear me out, Paqueta captain? I mean, if you want to captain a West Ham player, then yeah, it's Bone or Paqueta. So yeah, but the big question is if if you want to captain a West Ham player. So yeah, I don't think that I would captain Paqueta. I think that I would just rather captain a lot more other players before arriving to captaining Paqueta. But yeah, is Szoboszlai good for bench boost now? I mean, he's not that good for the bench boost compared to Enzo Fernandez, as I said before, Radu, because he's playing against Manchester City away. So yeah, but I guess with, yeah, the thing is, I prefer Enzo Fernandez to Szoboszlai this week, so I think that Enzo Fernandez is better for the bench boost, definitely. Maybe Szoboszlai is the better long-term pick, but I would just not be buying Liverpool players, honestly, against Man City away. This is just my thinking. Obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan, so hopefully Liverpool are going to smash Manchester City. Hopefully Szoboszlai is going to get some goals. The same for all the players, but in terms of FPL, I would rather not buy Liverpool players ahead of Man City away, because it's always a tough fixture. I already made 2 transfers this week. Should I transfer out stock next week to save some value? It already got -0.1. I mean, if stock is going to be just on your bench, your 8 attacker, you're not going to play him anytime soon, HA, you don't need to sell him to save some value. I'm not sure. I think that he dropped in price last night, right? So probably he's not going to drop any time soon. Sorry, mate, final question. Would you bench boost my team in game week 12 or 11? Yeah, okay, guys, we're going to ask all the questions, but let's just start with Ray first and see his team. I'm going to do it more faster, guys, because I don't want to so you didn't put a question. Just to look at your team, Cucurella, Gehi, Van de Ven. Here I think that I would start obviously Burn instead of Van de Ven, Saka, Enzo, Semenyo, Sar, Voltemad, Haaland. Thiago or Krupi Jr. You have Krupi in your team already. Yeah, I would not. If you have Krupi, just leave it here. And I'm not sure if you made any more transfers, but Kudus and Van de Ven have to go at some point, right? This is the advice I'm going to give you right now. if you want to buy someone like Mateta in the next weeks, that's also fine. But yeah, I just subscribe. Thanks a lot, Ray. No problem. You don't need to subscribe. I'm going to answer all the questions anyway. But thanks a lot for subscribing. It really means a lot. So yeah, with Thiago, you asked me about Thiago or Krupi Juniors. Thiago is definitely the better pick because he at least is playing some minutes. So yeah, but your team looks okay. Now I would try to get rid of Kudus, Van de Ven at some point as soon as you can. I'm not sure if I want to go. Probably I would also get rid of Raya at some point, but not now, obviously, because I don't really want to have two expensive goalkeepers. Mateta at some point could be a nice option, but Voldemort also is okay for this game week. Anyway, let's move to HA. So you made 2 free transfers and you asked me about Stach. Monter Al-Kateb, thanks a lot for joining. Start Semenyo or Thiago? I would start Semenyo. Newcastle away form has been horrific this season. Yeah, but I think that I would start Semenyo. Both of them could be on penalties and I just trust more Semenyo, I think. And also Newcastle are usually a good defense, so I would not be expecting them to get hammered by Brentford or something like that. So yeah, I would just start Semenyo, but this is just my opinion. Monter. So yeah, at some point, HA, you need to get rid of Gyökeres. I'm not sure, probably you got rid of Gyökeres, right? I got Richards, Gabriel, Timber and Senesi. I don't think I should. Yeah, so it was about Esteve, right? If you have Richards, Gabriel, Timber and Senesi, then yeah, Esteve, yeah, I would not start Esteve. Frosty. Sorry, mate, answer that. Start Vicario of Dubravka. So Vicario against Man United or Dubravka against West Ham. Better chance of keeping a clean sheet, I think that has to be for Dubravka. I just don't see Spurs keeping a clean sheet against Man United, honestly, but yeah. I think that I would start Dubravka, Mumen, Bugesa, but it's not a big difference between them. Can you check my team? How do I tell you the code? Are you Romanian? Yes, Radu Gavriluța, I'm Romanian. The same as you. I thought you could tell. Frosty, if you want me to check your team, you need to find your ID. You need to go to the Fantasy Premier League page, then click points, and on the URL you see the ID. Those numbers are your ID. You forgot about my question. Yeah, let's just finish with HA. So yeah, I'm not sure if you made the transfers. I did Gyökeres to Thiago, then Mbeumo to Saka. Okay. Okay, so you sold Mbeumo. Yeah, I don't think that I would have done that move, but yeah, definitely Saka probably is a better pick. So yeah, you're playing a 3-4-3. Yeah, I would start Thiago. Now here, what I would be thinking about for your team is if you wanted to start Anderson over Thiago, but since you have Njae also playing against Fulham, probably this is the way to go with playing Thiago. So yeah, your team looks great. Look to get some Liverpool players maybe from for next game weeks. You have 3 players from Crystal Palace, 3 from Arsenal. You're in a really good position at the moment, and this is how I would play probably. Maybe Anderson over Senesi, but yeah, the same question. You have Njae also, so yeah, I think that slightly I prefer Anderson over Senesi if we're talking about individuals. But yeah. Now Omar, yeah, let's see your team. So would I bench boost in game week 11 or 12? Are you asking? Also guys, don't forget to leave a like on this stream if you enjoyed it, subscribe to this channel if you're new around here, it would be really much appreciated. So yeah, this is your team. Bench boost, game week 12 or 11. Stack, again, I'm not sure if Stack is going to start this game week, so if you have one free transfer and you want to sell him, probably you should. But yeah, there are some chances he's going to start this game week. Your team looks okay for game week 11 to bench boost, and if we move to game week 12, let's say like this, Dubravka against Chelsea, Timber against Tottenham, Richards against Wolverhampton. I think that I would use the bench boost right now, Omar, honestly, because if your bench boost is a little bit better, maybe in game week 12, it's not worth it. It's not worth waiting. So yeah, I think that I would use the bench boost in game week 11. If you want to sell stock to another midfielder, then yeah, that's perfectly fine. I will sell stock to Gravenberg. Okay, that's an interesting choice. Again, I would go, there are some midfielders at that price, let's say 5.5 millions. Yeah, Gravenberg is okay, I guess. Yeah, Chaka is nice also, but yeah, if you're set up on Gravenberg, then yeah, it's perfectly fine. Hi Elika FC, thanks a lot for joining the stream, really good to see you here. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, Radu. Thanks a lot for joining the stream anyway, everyone. Lecky, Elika, Radu, HA. Thanks a lot guys for joining the stream. We have almost 1 hour till the deadline, so yeah. Should I get Welbeck? I mean, I like Welbeck short term. When the fixtures are going to get more congested, when Brighton are going to have a lot of fixtures, I think that there is the possibility for Welbeck to not start every game week, and with Hurzeler, you're just not going to know when some Brighton players are not going to start, because he doesn't give a lot of information. So yeah, Welbeck is a nice option if you still want to play with 3 strikers going forward. Can you look at mine? Yeah, I am going to look at yours, but then I think that we're going to move to discuss other things, guys, because yeah, we talked enough about teams. Predict Mbeumo points versus Tottenham. I would say that Mbeumo is going to score in this game week, so I would say 7-8 to 9 points, something like that for Mbeumo. But again, I just don't know. I think that Man United are going to score some goals in this game against Spurs. Mbeumo is a really nice option, I think. So yeah, if you have Mbeumo, just keep him. If you're looking to buy, yeah, I don't think that he's a bad option. But again, he's really close to Bruno Fernandes at the moment in terms of price. So probably as long as he's going to rise in price, probably Bruno Fernandes is going to be the better pick anyway. Frosty, I don't see your team. Also, you can send me your team on Twitter, guys, so you don't need to send the ID, you can write it on the chat. I just don't see. If you send me your team, I don't see it. So yeah, this is for, yeah. Burn versus Senesi. not such a big difference. Probably I would play Senesi because of defensive contributions. Ekitike, Mateta, Haaland, really nice shout for Ekitike. Yeah, a really good option this week, I would say. I think that he's going to start. Yeah, your team looks great. Poelju, yeah, I just can't, I just can't say your name correctly. Sorry for that. Thank you so much. Hope you smashed this gaming. Thank you so much, Omar Ashur, for joining the stream. Really appreciated. The same for you. Hopefully everyone is going to have a nice gaming. So yeah, your team looks great, Poelju. And I think that this is how I would play it. Yeah, Frosty, we're going to check your team. If you made some transfers, probably it's not updated here. Senesi, Semenyo, Richard, Mateta. Yeah, you're going to use the bench boost, right, Frosty? Yeah, your team is looking great, Frosty, so I don't really need to discuss too much about it. Your team is looking great. You have Mateta, you have 3 players from Arsenal already. Yeah, Pope also in goal, which is nice. Yeah, Enzo Fernandez, Semenyo. Yeah, and also Voltemart, who I think is a decent shout this gaming. So yeah. Omotayo Adesanya, thanks a lot for joining. Would you sell Gakpo for Mbeumo this week? No, I would not sell Gakpo because I really think that he's going to start against Man City, and if he's going to start, I can see some goals for Liverpool. And also the fixtures are really good after game week 12. Now it really depends if you want to keep Gakpo long term. I just think that I would not make the switch anyway this game week. Liverpool are going to play against City, Man United are going to play against Spurs. Yeah, Mbeumo is going to get more minutes probably. He's going to play like 90 minutes for Manchester United, but I don't think that I would make the switch. I wasn't planning on using bench boost. Should I? I mean, yeah, if you didn't plan for it, maybe you should not. But it really depends if you use your wildcard already or not, Frosty. So I don't really know. If you didn't use your wildcard already, you could use the bench boost in other week. But if not, this is the best week you're going to have for Burnley players. But I understand you have Chaka against Arsenal, Brian is against Liverpool, so it really depends. It really depends how many free transfers do you have, and you just need to ask the question, when are you going to have a better bench boost, really? So yeah, let's check also the last team for Mumen Burgesa. Sol Gyökeres to Mateta. Okay, that's a really nice transfer if you didn't have Mateta already. So, yeah. Minte versus Thiago is a really not easy, I don't know, benching headache, but probably I would lean towards playing Thiago against Newcastle at home, but also I like Minte, but yeah, the fixture is not great against Crystal Palace away anyway. So yeah, this is how I would go with your team. Your team looks great. Now, again, here they are predicting for you to start Vicario. I'm not sure which player I would start. Probably if you want to go safe, I would just go Vicario, I would say, because maybe we know that Spurs have that possibility to defend really well, so they could keep Man United at bay, at not scoring a lot of goals or at not scoring at all. Maybe they are at home, so maybe I would go for Vicario after all. Starting Thiago for not having attack versus defender. Yeah, it makes sense. Interesting, as I'm currently starting Burn. Yeah, Newcastle have a better chance of keeping a clean sheet, I think, against Brentford, but Burn is just not as good as Senesi for defensive contributions. That's the only thing, Poelju. I don't think Haaland is scoring against Liverpool. Hopefully that's going to be the case, HA. I wasn't planning. Should I give Reinders one last chance or get rid of him? I've got 6.1 million to replace him. If you have that kind of money, I would just buy Saka, Beumo, or other players, really. I think Elikar FC. But yeah, when is Palmer back? No idea. Radu Gavriluță, no idea when he's going to be back. Now the latest news from the last 3 weeks is that he probably is going to get back in training after this international break. But honestly, maybe he's going to be back for Arsenal at home, but at the moment I'm just not thinking about Palmer, honestly. Feel like Liverpool is playing great when Wirtz is playing out wide. Yeah, definitely they need to find a way to play with Wirtz, because he's just a good player. And yeah, Liverpool are better, but Liverpool were better in general in the last 2 games when they played in midfield with Szoboszlai, basically. Do you think Gakpo starts? Wirtz play well against Real Madrid and could keep his place? I think that Gakpo is going to start against Manchester City, but that doesn't mean that Wirtz is not starting anyway, Patra. So yeah, I'm not sure. Could be Wirtz benched. Could McAllister drop? Yeah, there are a lot of questions. I think that Gakpo is going to start. Now this is just my opinion. Again, he was benched against Real Madrid, but you can't play. Maybe some people are going to think that Gakpo was dropped and he's never going to play again for Liverpool. I just don't think that's the case. I agree that you're going to play your best players, right, against Real Madrid, but also against Manchester City. Gakpo can't play all the games. So, and also Liverpool have a lot of good players in attack. Isak is going to be back also. So I think that Gakpo is going to start against Man City, yes. I'm not sure if his minutes are going to be 80 or 90 or something like that, but they could play also Gakpo and Wirtz in the same lineup, is not a problem. Thank you, have a good week of FPL. Thanks a lot, Frosty, for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys, for being here. Hi, just joined. What transfer did you make or thinking of making? I'm probably not going to make any transfers because I have just one free transfer, and yeah, sadly I'm stuck with Gyökeres probably for another week, and he dropped also in price. So yeah, I thought about making Gyökeres to Guyu, Reinders to Saka for -4, but I'm just not sure if it's worth a -4, so didn't go through with it. Starting Thiago for not having yeah, starting Anderson instead of Senesi. Hi Spidey, thanks a lot for joining. Is Bowen any decent for captaincy? I mean, yeah, if you want to go for a different player, if you don't want to captain Erling Haaland, Bowen is a really nice alternative if you have him. But yeah, you just need to be brave enough to go against Haaland. I definitely think that it's not such a big problem if you don't want to captain Haaland, because yeah, Liverpool at home is not the easiest fixture you're going to get. Don't buy Saka, bro, such a scam. Yeah, I'm not going to buy him this week anyway. For -4, I'm not going to do that. Are you playing Minte versus Munoz in your team? Yeah, I'm going to play Minte versus Munoz because I think that Minte is a better pick than Reinders anyway. So I know that you should try to not have this confrontation into your team, but at some point you're going to need to do it. You're not going to have the perfect team every gaming, and I just think that Minte is a better pick this gaming than Reinders. And yeah, if Minte is going to score, then so be it. I'm not necessarily expecting I don't know, a clean sheet from Crystal Palace, but with Munoz, what I like about Munoz is that if Crystal Palace are going to concede, he can still hold, he can still score a goal, he can still get defensive contribution. So yeah, really happy with Munoz. Long term, Captain Saka or João Pedro. That's really funny because last week everybody wanted to get rid of João Pedro, and now we're talking about captaining João Pedro. So I think that I would captain Saka, honestly. On penalties, and yeah, pretty much that's it, I guess. João Pedro's minutes maybe could be reduced now with Liam Delap back after the long trip to Karabakh in the UEFA Champions League. So I think that I would captain Saka instead of João Pedro, but this is what I would do. And definitely the fixture is better for Chelsea. Hi Gita Advani, want to bench from Rodon, King, Fulham. Yeah, I know that. So Rodon against Nottingham Forest away, or Fulham King against Everton. I think that I would bench King just because I'm not sure if he's going to start, honestly, Advani. So yeah, I would play Rodon. I have Saka, I will sell him a SEP. Yeah, a lot of people are thinking about selling Bukayo Saka, but I think that he's a decent option. Now, probably he's not worth the price. I agree with you, Mumen Burguesa. Hey man, would you captain João Pedro or Ismail Assar? I would captain João Pedro, I think, in that case. Radim Brown instead of Ismail Assar. Just a second, guys. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining the stream. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. It really helps me a lot, and I really appreciate it, and it really means a lot. So yeah, thanks a lot. 17 likes, that's amazing. I really appreciate the support. Spidey, did you play bench boost? Yeah, I play my bench boost in Game Week 5. If we move, let me just see if we, yeah. Whoops. Let's go to Game Week 5. This is where I play my bench boost, and finally for this, in this Game Week, I bought Xavi Simons just before using my wildcard in Game Week 6, and he was on the bench. Wirtz also was on the bench, but my bench boost delivered at least. Dubravka 4 points, Esteve 4 points, Pedro Porro 1 point, and Reinders with 9 points against Arsenal. So yeah, in total it was 18 points on the bench boost, so I guess it was a little bit worth it. But yeah, Sanchez with a -3 here, he got a red card. Yeah, this team was horrible, honestly, as you can see from the screen. Hi, the Fiend. Spidey Pope, Dubravka, Senesi, Van de Ven, Richards, Gabriel, Gudmundsson, Rice, Enzo Semenyo, Reinders, Bruno, Mateta, Bowen, Haaland. 1.2 minutes left in the bank. Did Foden to Rice this week. Nice. I'm planning to go from Reinders to Sar next week. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And yeah, you're going to play Pope, I guess. Richards, Gabriel, Senesi, Rice, Enzo, Semenyo, Bruno, Mateta, Bowen, Haaland. Probably this is how I would play your starting 11. Spidey. Gakpo, Anthony, Sesko, 1 to bench. The Fiend, thanks a lot for joining the stream, by the way. Really appreciated. So 1 to bench. I would play Gakpo, I think, and I would play Sesko, I think, also. Now, again, with Sesko, maybe some doubts around if he's going to start or not, but I would play him over Anthony, I think. I have Munoz and Henderson against Minte. Should I give Dubravka a chance? Maybe, yeah. Crystal Palace, double Crystal Palace defense against Brighton at home. Again, they could keep a clean sheet against Brighton at home. It's not out of the way, but Dubravka against West Ham away, I don't know. Maybe I would play Dubravka, but honestly, I just don't know. I'm trying to think what I would do if I was in your place. Obviously, it's not that easy. I think that I would play Dubravka personally to spread the risk, but yeah. Denis, should I sell Konsa considering his upcoming fixtures? The fixtures for Aston Villa are not that bad. I mean, they are going to play against Bournemouth this game week. Then Leeds. Then Wolves. So probably I would keep Konsa for the moment, I think. But yeah, if you have the chance to upgrade Konsa to a Van Dijk, to a Munoz, to someone like Gabriel, then yeah, probably I would do it. Do you think Senesi is slowly becoming a sell? I mean, the fixtures were not great for Senesi in the last few. Against Crystal Palace, 2 points. Against Nottingham Forest, 5 points. So he delivered against Nottingham Forest in Game Week 9. And against Manchester City, he got 3 points, which is honestly pretty decent against Manchester City away. So I don't know. If you're going to go after this fixture, it's going to be West Ham, Sunderland and Everton, so probably he's just a keep for the moment, but definitely, I don't know, he's just a cheap defender who, I mean cheap if you got him at 4.5 or 4.8, something like that. If you bought him at 5 millions or something like that, then yeah, probably he's not worth the price. But for me, Senesi is a defender who I'm not necessarily planning to play every game week, so yeah. Start Senesi or Anderson in defense. If we talk about them individually, I would start, I think, Anderson. Honestly, against Everton away, I just think that the fixture is slightly better. But if you have someone like Njae and you don't want to play Anderson, then yeah, just play Senesi. Bro, my team, whom should I captain? Again, in most cases, I think that Haaland is still the best captaincy option this week. It really depends if you want to go a little bit different. The captaincy top, let's say, Haaland, Saka, Mateta, Gabriel. Probably this would be my top. And also João Pedro, Enzo Fernandez and João Pedro. So, yeah. You have Mateta, you have João Pedro. Yeah, from your team, it's either Pedro, Mateta or Haaland. But again, if you want to go against Haaland, probably I would pick Mateta. But you're not forced to go against Haaland. So let's see if we get any more news. I'm slowly, I think, coming to the decision of still captaining Haaland for the sake of it. I mean, for the safety. Although I really hate myself for captaining Haaland against Liverpool. I hope that he's going to blank, honestly. Mateta or Haaland or Pedro. Again, the first choice for me would be Haaland. and then Mateta, but I'm still debating for myself if I'm going to captain Mateta or Haaland, but that's mostly because I'm a Liverpool fan. I don't really want to captain Haaland against my team, and I think that the fixture is just not that great for Erling Haaland, like so many people are just thinking, but yeah. When are you planning to free it if you haven't already? Game week 13 or 15 maybe. So basically when I'm going to use my free it is when my players are going to have tough fixtures. So yeah, Arsenal against Chelsea in game week 13 could be a window. Also Crystal Palace are going to play against Man United in that game. So yeah, game week 13 it is an opportunity for me to use the free it. If not 15 probably. Hi Sean, T, thanks a lot for joining the stream. What do you think about Gyökeres and Bruno to Saka and Welbeck? I don't think that I would do it, Sean T. Honestly, this is just my opinion, but selling Bruno to Bukayo Saka at the moment doesn't feel great. And that's also because Bruno Fernandes outscored Bukayo Saka for the last 3 game weeks or something like that. So that doesn't feel such a huge upgrade for me to be worth the 2 transfers, I think. So you're selling Gyökeres to Welbeck, which is fine. Although the fixture this game week is not amazing for Brighton against Palace away. Yeah, I don't mind it at the same time, but I don't think that I would do it, Sean T, pretty much. Hi matey, hi Mr. Blanky, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Hi Patrick, Sarfield, thanks a lot guys for joining. Good morning to you. Would you transfer out Voltemad to Mateta? I think that Mateta is a better pick, yes. If you have just one free transfer, for an example, I'm not sure if I would do it, because I think that you need to be a little bit flexible after the international break, and also the Liverpool fixtures are going to get much better. If you have more than one free transfer, probably I would do it. Long term, I think that Mateta is better than Voltemart. But yeah, I either roll or free it, or any suggestions do you have? Hi Merang Ovung, thanks a lot for joining. Captaining Reece James, no risk, no gain. That's a really fun captaincy pick, Merang. So I really hope that is going to work for you. Such an amazing fixture against Wolverhampton at home. Chance of a clean sheet, chance of some attacking returns from Reece James. So yeah, good luck, Merang. Would you transfer out? So I either roll or free it. I forgot about your team. So 71% are captaining Haaland, 12% Saka, 10% Gabriel, 8% Mateta. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to make another poll. So who would you captain for me? Let's see. But don't troll me, guys, please. So someone captain Cucurella on X, now I'm lost. I mean, it's not such a bad decision, right? If you're now Probably I wouldn't do it, but got Sanchez, Porro, Gabriel Munoz, Anderson, Semenyo, Bruno, Saka, Sar, Mateta, Haaland in 11. Dubravka and Stach, Guyu, Senesi on the bench. With 2 free transfers, with no money in the bank. Any suggestions? Sanchez, Porro. Yeah, I would sell Porro. Definitely, Mr. Blanky. I would sell Porro to Timber or Calafiori. Yeah, I would sell Pedro Porro to Timber or something like that. Semenyo, Bruno, Saka, Sar. Other than that, your team looks great. I would just sell Pedro Porro probably to another defender. Or if you want to wait and sell Pedro Porro to Virgil van Dijk next gaming, that's also perfectly fine, Mr. Blanky. It's just that I have about 6 captain options. I don't know who to go for. I just don't think that we have really good captaincy options. I mean, yeah, for the sake of it, I could captain Semenyo, I could captain Njae, but realistically, I'm just not going to do it. If you had Saka, would you still go for Haaland? I said it before. If I had Saka, probably I would captain him. Do you vape? Yeah, I'm not proud of it, but I'm trying to let go of smoking because obviously it's just a stupid thing. But yeah, occasionally 3-4 cigarettes a day. Yeah, it's an IQOS. This is not a vape, but yeah. Thanks, Dennis, for the great stream. Thanks a lot for being here, Lucky. We're still going to be here. We have 40 minutes till the deadline, so if you still want to be here with me, see myself going from one captaincy option to the other, then yeah, you're welcome, and hopefully you're going to be here. Haaland, Saka, Mateta, Paqueta, Cucurella. Yeah, I would not go for Paqueta, man. Yeah, I don't think that I would go for Paqueta or Cucurella, Poelju. But yeah, Haaland, Saka, Mateta, probably these are the best captaincy options, so yeah. Even Gabriel. Even Gabriel could be a nice captaincy option. And yeah, I'm tempted to do it, but as long as I don't have the captaincy on Gabriel, I just can't say I'm going to do it. Probably not. Yeah, just got to pop off, so unfortunately got to leave. I'll be watching your videos this week. Thanks a lot, Lucky, for watching the content. It really means a lot, and I really appreciate your support, guys. Hope for you to have a really nice weekend, and yeah, good luck this gaming. Hopefully to see you soon. Isar injured. Hi, Leox. He had some problems, Ismail Assar, but I don't think that the injury is that big, but the real truth is that we don't know. I still expect him to start this gaming. If you have him, I would just keep him. If you're thinking about buying Sar, probably that would put me off a little bit. Trying to see. It's giving me a headache. Yeah, same. Hi, Abu G81. Thanks a lot, Lucky. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to get the green arrow this gaming. I don't know. I don't have any Chelsea players. I don't have 3 players from Arsenal against Sunderland. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the green arrow this week, but again, from gaming 12, we move on. So Abu G, Dubravka, Richard, Senesi, Timber, Bruno, Semenyo, Enzo, Saka, Haaland, Mateta, Voltemad, Petrovic, Reinders, Tosin, Alderete, 2 free transfers, what to do? So you're playing Richards, Timber, Senesi, which is fine. Semenyo, Enzo, Saka, Haaland, Mateta, Voltemad. Yeah, I would try to get rid of Reinders probably, but yeah, you don't have Gabriel, so I would try to find a way to buy Gabriel if you still can. I think that he's the best defender from Arsenal. So yeah. Other than that, I think that's fine. Halal, Mateta, Voltemat, I would keep them. Enzo, Saka, Semenyo, Bruno, your midfield is great. It's just you missed Gabriel, Abuji 81. So yeah, you can roll the transfer and maybe assess next game week. Hi Florin, thanks a lot for joining. How are you? Good morning also. Mr. Blanky, mate, I'm 0.3 short for Calafiori. Do I take off an Anderson or Senesi or just keep them and bench Poro? I would bench Poro and maybe buy Virgil van Dijk next game week, Mr. Blanky, for your team. I think that makes a lot of sense. Thank you, brother. No problem, Abu G81. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Any news about Kudus? I mean, the latest news was that he's touch and go, so I don't know. I still think that Kudus is a sell as soon as you can sell him, obviously. But yeah, if you have him and you need to play him, probably I would risk it. Do I play Stach? Probably not, because I'm just not sure if Stach is going to start, so yeah. Eze to Rice. Chogal Tempa, I would not do it this gaming, definitely. If you have Eze, just keep him for this gaming at least. Until Odegaard is back, he's okay. I would not do the sideways moves, Eze to Rice. I don't think that's worth the transfer, this gaming in particular. Do I play Stach? The Spirographer, best mid for 6.6 millions. There are a lot of them. Again, Njae, Sar, Minte, Soboslai from Gaming 12 maybe. Rice, I'm not sure if he's 6.6 at the moment. So yeah, best mid, 6.6. Probably Ismail Assar, but at the moment I'm not sure if I would go for him with the doubts around his injury. But yeah, I like Sar. Probably also don't go for Njae because the features are not great long term. I really like Minte, honestly, after this gaming at least. Hi Vukek, thanks for joining. Do I play Guyu? No, don't play Guyu because probably he's not going to play, so yeah. Captain pick, Haaland, Enzo or Mateta. Yeah, good question. Chogal Tempo. I'm still not decided on the captaincy. Haaland, Mateta, Gabriel are looming around in my mind. So yeah, I think that Haaland is the best captaincy option. I'm just not sure if I'm going to captain him. But yeah, I would go for Haaland and then for Mateta probably and then for Enzo. I also have Gyökeres. What are your plans? Don't know what to do with him. Vukek, I'm going to keep Gyökeres for one more gaming because I have just one free transfer, so that's why I didn't sold him last night. And sadly, he dropped in price also, but yeah, I'm going to keep him. And I'm probably going to sell Gyökeres in Gaming 12 and upgrade in midfield or in defense, maybe something like Rodon to Van Dijk in Gaming 12, something like this. Is it okay to have Pedro for this week? Definitely. Yeah, I think that if you have João Pedro for this week, just keep him. You just can't sell João Pedro. He has one of the best fixtures you can have this season. Which four to start? Gabriel Munoz, Anderson, Porro, Senesi. I would start Senesi ahead of Porro, so yeah, I would bench Pedro Porro, Mr. Blanky. Tondo da Cameleon, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Captain Semenyo, Voltemart, or Njaya? So, Njaya is playing at home against Fulham, Aston Villa, Brentford. Usually, I would just say to you to captain Voltemad, and if Gordon is going to be out, he's also going to be on penalty, so probably I would go Voltemad, but all three of those are really close since probably all of them are going to be on penalties anyway. But I think that Voltemad has the better fixture for an attacker, so yeah, I would go for him. Is there any possibility he plays this gaming? No, Gyökeres, I mean, there's a possibility, I think 1% or something like that. Gyökeres is going to play, but I don't think that he's going to play. Morning, Dennis, just finished work. That was why I just joined the stream. Thanks a lot, Rizonelli, for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Good morning also to you. Hi, Bonte. Enzo Fernandez or Guehi or Burn. Start one out of them three. Surely you need to start Enzo Fernandez, Bonte, so that's your question. Yeah, Enzo Fernandez for sure I would start. Bonte, start two, Mukiele, Whiffler, Anderson, Senesi. Mukiele against Arsenal, I would not start him, definitely. Whiffler, I think that I would... Anderson I would start for sure, and then it's Whiffler or Senesi. I think that I would start Senesi and Anderson, honestly, from those four, Vukek. But yeah, not an easy decision. So, the people on the stream want me to captain Erling Haaland. That's exactly what I don't want to do. Start one, bench one from Dominic Soboslai or Igor Thiago. I think that I would start Thiago instead of Soboslai. Just about, slightly. I think that he's slightly a better pick because of the penalties, but yeah. Soboslai is also not a bad pick. I'm not sure who I'm going to captain, guys. I really want to go against Haaland this week, but I'm not sure if I can do it. I was thinking the same. Thanks, no problem, Vukek. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Start Sanchez or Dubravka? I would start Sanchez, definitely. Definitely, Mr. Blankley Sanchez. Since you don't want to captain Haaland, who would your ideal captain be this gaming? If I had Bukayo Saka, probably I would just go for him. Since I don't have him, probably it's Mateta or Gabriel. But I'm not sure. Not sure. Alright, mate, thank you. Good luck this gaming. Thanks a lot, Mr. Blanky. Good luck to everyone. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. It would really help the channel, and it is appreciated, and it really means a lot. So yeah, I'm thinking about Mateta, about Gabriel. I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead with the captaincy. Maybe I just lost the plot. Maybe I just lost the plot here. I'm not sure if I want to take such a big risk, but at the same time, Haaland is playing against Liverpool. Is this the week to go against him? Probably. Good afternoon, good morning, Simon Lee. Thanks a lot for joining. Really appreciated. Score prediction for City Liverpool. Yeah, for my personal pleasure, I would say 2-1. 2-1 to Liverpool. So 1-2. Hopefully that's going to be the case, but yeah, if I'm being more realistic, probably I see a draw, a 1-1 draw, something like that. Manchester City Liverpool, and potential goal scorers. That's tough. I would say Ekitike for Liverpool, and yeah, if you're talking about the scorer from Manchester City, probably has to be Erling Haaland. Start one of Reinders versus Senesi versus Gudmundsson. Reinders, Senesi, Gudmundsson. Probably I think that I would go Senesi. As you can see from my team, I'm benching Grinders to Senesi and Rodon, so you could say the same about Senesi and Gudmundsson. Probably Senesi I would start, but again, if you think that City are going to score loads of goals against Liverpool, then yeah, just go Manchester City, just go Grinders. Um, are you gonna be reacting to any games live? Not today, not today because I have a wedding to attend. But who knows? Maybe sometime in the future, if you guys want me to make a watch along live stream where we're going to watch some games, then yeah, I could think about that as a possibility for sure in the future, but not today. Tondo da Cameleon, Sell and Jay, Caicedo for Enzo, or just roll? I would not sell Njay, definitely. Caicedo for Enzo, you could do it if you have a lot of free transfers. I think that Enzo definitely is a better pick than Caicedo, but if not, it's okay to roll. Pope or Ruffs, who would you start as I starting Thiago, who plays against Pope? I definitely would not start Ruffs anyway against Arsenal, I think, so yeah, I would just start Pope anyway. Good morning. Do you think Voltemar will get minutes? Not sure if I should start him or Chakasta. I would start Voltemar for sure. Tanuj Aurora, yeah, I think that he's going to start. Now, probably that's how it's going to happen. Got to go. Good luck, Dennis and everyone. Thanks a lot, Ibrahim, for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Leave a like also, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this stream. Yeah, I'm still debating which player to captain. Off topic, which nation league do you support? Nation team. I support Romania, obviously, because it's the country I'm from. So yeah, go Romania. So yeah. Yeah, no news yet, so start two from Van de Ven, Senesi, Tarkovsky to play alongside Gabriel. I would start Tarkovsky and Senesi and bench Van de Ven. Hi Arif Afrizal, Welbeck or Tarkovsky to play. I would play Welbeck, definitely. Oh nice, I support France. Nice. Just go Haaland, never wrong. Yeah, I as things go, I just can't really, I don't know, I lean more and more towards not captaining Haaland, but I'm not sure if I want to captain Gabriel and Mateta. It just could go terrible, and I'm just not sure if I want to take that risk. But also it feels boring to captain Haaland against Liverpool. I don't know. So I'm trying to find some reasons to not captain Haaland, but yeah. I don't find a lot of them. Let's go Mateta, man, come on. I'm thinking also about Gabriel. I think I lost the plot, probably. Mateta also could be nice. Let me just see when are going to be these games. I think that Arsenal are playing today. Crystal Palace are playing tomorrow, right? Yeah, Crystal Palace are playing tomorrow. Should I sell Van de Ven for Gehi? Yeah, I would sell him for Munoz if you have the money flush, but if not, Gehi, Richards, Lacroix, all are decent options. And I would like to get rid of Van de Ven at some point. Sane, I currently have captaincy on Haaland, but I also considering Saka and Mateta for captaincy. Haaland will blank for sure. What could go wrong? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as a Liverpool fan, I totally think that Haaland is going to blank, so what could go wrong? Mbeumo or Bruno, Njai or Minte versus Paqueta? I think that I would go Bruno right now if you need to pick just one of them. Njai or Minte versus Paqueta? Njai or... I would play Njai if that's your question, and between Minte and Paqueta I prefer Minte, but to play for this week I would play Paqueta. Many Captain Diouf versus Burnley. Now I'm not so sure how many people are going to Captain Diouf versus Burnley, but yeah, I'm definitely losing the plot. Same, I currently have captaincy on Haaland, but considering Saka, Mateta and Gabriel for the captaincy, yeah, I mean, it's just really late, and I'm not sure if I should have left this decision so late into the stream, but the real truth is that all week I wanted to find some answers, some reasons to not captain Erling Haaland this week. This is how I thought about it. But yeah. Crystal Palace against Brighton at home. Is this going to be a high scoring game? I'm not so sure. But at the same time, if Sarr is going to be out somehow, then yeah, Mateta could get something more, I suppose. Yeah, I don't want anyone to follow my advice or anything like that. If I'm going to end up on captaining Mateta, it's just a feeling for me of to go against Erling Haaland, but yeah, Crystal Palace played on Thursday. Star Richards or Trippier? I mean, if you have Trippier at the moment, let me just see. He didn't play against West Ham, Trippier, so I'm not sure if he's going to start. So if you want to go safe, I would just go Richards. I think. Dennis, I'm having thoughts on bench boost. Current bench of Dubravka, Gudmundsson, Reinders, Elliot. -4 hit to replace Elliot. 8.5 in the bank. Dubravka, Gudmundsson, Reinders, Elliot. Nah, I don't think that I would take the hit to just use the bench boost. And also, you have Reinders against Liverpool. Now, 8.5 is a lot of money, so you could get a better player for Elliot, definitely. But for -4, it's just it just cancels the benefits of the bench boost pretty much. Same on Lee, so yeah, I'm not sure. Hi, Saptesh, Savant. I got Gehi, Timber, Lacroix, Van de Ven, and Senesi. Should I go back 5 or go for any 3? If so, which 3 would you prefer? It really depends which midfielders, which strikers do you have. But I would, if I need to play 3, I would play Lacroix, Timber, and Senesi probably. Or Gay, Timber, Senesi, whichever you want. I would not play Van de Ven, definitely. Savant. Hi Jamie, Mextravic. Would you bench boost Dubravka, Thiago, Anderson, Rodon, or bench boost the same set of players next week? I mean, Rodon is going to have Aston Villa next game week. Dubravka is going to have Chelsea. Yeah, I think that I would use the bench boost this week, Jamie Mextravic. I think that it's slightly better, but yeah, you need to see. So, guys, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the captaincy. Captain Mateta, Captain Haaland, Captain Gabriel. I really don't know what I'm going to do. Eight minutes till the deadline, so I better hurry up and make my decision. Captain Bone, hopefully I don't regret by end of game week. Good luck, Spidey. Good luck this game week, everyone. Yeah, thanks. Thiago has Brighton and Anderson has Sunderland next week. But yeah, if I was thinking this week is back, yeah, it slightly is looking better, Jamie. So yeah, better for Anderson, I guess, slightly. And Thiago has Brighton, so yeah, not such a big difference. Honestly, I would use the bench boost right now. Who is the best captain out of this? Semenyo, João Pedro, Haaland, Voldemort? Probably Haaland. Probably Haaland is the best captaincy option this week. But I'm willing to go against him, I think. There it is, we switch it, Mateta captain instead of Erling Haaland. How do I feel about it? I don't know. I don't know, this could go horribly wrong or horribly right. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm starting to panic already. Yeah. Not so sure. Haaland. Profile. He blanked 2 times this season. Erling Haaland, so yeah. Doesn't look great. He scored even against Arsenal, so yeah. I'm so scared, but I'm doing Semenyo. Good luck, Tondo. If you had Saka, you had an easy choice. Yeah, but I don't have Saka, sadly. Bench one of Rogers, Njaya and Semenyo. I would bench... I would bench Rogers, I think. Should I captain Saka or Mateta? I would go for Saka in central if I had him. But yeah. Yeah, this doesn't feel great. Not going to lie, guys. Start Bruno or Sar or Voltemad. I would start Bruno for sure. If you need to start just one, I would start Bruno Fernandes for sure. Am I doing a stupid thing here? Maybe. Saka or Haaland? Again, guys, I still advise you to... I think that Haaland is the best captaincy option. I just have a feeling I just don't want to go against him. That's the only reason I'm captaining Mateta. But yeah, if you want to go safe, just captain Haaland. No need to put yourself up to this pressure. So, yeah. Then you just don't overthink it, lol. As a Liverpool fan, you've made the right decision. Yeah. But I'm here trying to make decisions based not on on the team I support. That's the right way to think. But yeah, bought in Caicedo for Reinders. Let's hope it goes well. Good luck to you. Good luck everyone. Never mind, I'm captaining Njay. Good luck, Tondo da Cameleon. Great. I think that we're locked in. I'm captaining Mateta over Haaland, so yeah, this is going to go totally wrong probably. Haaland is going to score a hat-trick or something like that against Liverpool, but yeah, let's see what's going to happen. If this is going to work out, it's going to be huge. If not, yeah, so be it. We move. Bye, Dennis. We will talk about how Mateta will score Haaland next week. Bye, HAHA. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys, for being here. And yes, I'm going to remain here a little bit. No worries, have a nice day. Thanks a lot. Best of luck, man. You could have a monster game week. Yeah, hopefully that's going to be the case. Now, again, as a Liverpool fan, let's hope Haaland can stay silent a little bit. But anyway, after all, it's just a game, so we need to have a little bit of fun, right? Playing it. So, yeah. Let's go, Jean-Philippe Mateta. Please, a hat-trick would do. I thought weekends were to chill. This FPL will surely give me a hard problem. Yeah, imagine me, also as a Liverpool fan, watching the game tomorrow. Was so close to captaining Mateta too, but I'm too scared of Haaland, even as a Liverpool supporter. Yeah, I get it. Haaland was my captain all week, pretty much. And I thought myself on captaining him at the end, but yeah, I don't know. I think that if there are some weeks to go against Haaland, this is one of them. So yeah, sadly I didn't have Saka, but yeah, oh man, I don't know why, but right after the deadline I deeply regretted captaining Njay. Who knows? Hopefully both of them are going to do something. Yeah. Nothing to do right now. Jay is a bold move. Best of luck. Yeah, good luck everyone. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. 29 likes. Let's try to get to 30. Thanks a lot for being here on this stream. It really means a lot. I had a really nice chat with you all. And yeah, hopefully you're going to enjoy my content this week. Next week, now we have an international break. So yeah, also we're going to have a joint stream some point in this international break with another FPL content creator, so hopefully you're going to enjoy that, and make sure you follow me. FPL challenge, the best pastime. Yeah. Best of luck, everyone. Now, seeing on Twitter everyone captaining Haaland, yeah, it's not such a great feeling right now for me, but yeah, honestly, I'm fine. I'm fine with my pick. Maybe it's going to work out, maybe it's going to go horribly wrong, but it is what it is. It's game week 11. We can still improve. But yeah, hopefully if Haaland is going to do something against Liverpool, it's not going to be such a big score, so yeah. Thanks. Game week 12, captain idea. I don't know. In game week 12, Mateta is going to play against Wolverhampton away, so he could be a captaincy option. But yeah, Haaland against Newcastle away. Maybe if it's going to work nice this game week against Liverpool, then maybe we're going to captain another player other than Haaland next game week too. But yeah, Semenyo, West Ham at home, Mateta, Wolverhampton. Now yeah, this is not my team anyway, but I have Semenyo, I have Mateta. Yeah. These would be the options. Now also Bukayo Saka, if you have him, definitely he's a good option also. So yeah, guys, I think that I'm going to leave you here. Thanks a lot for joining. The first game is Manchester United Tottenham, so I'm not going to stay until the team sheets are going to come on, because yeah, I have just Bruno Fernandes, probably he's going to start. And yeah, I have a wedding to attend today, so yeah, I'm going to leave you here. Thanks a lot for joining. Tondo da Cameleon, Potential Difference, Steve, everyone, Rizwan Ali, thanks a lot for joining the stream, really appreciate it. Hopefully you're going to enjoy my content this week, and enjoy my stream, hopefully to see you on my future streams in the future. Yeah, that sounded weird. So yeah, we're captaining Mateta over Haaland. What could go wrong, right? So let's just enjoy the weekend. Good luck everyone, and have a nice day. Bye.